paved this when 2016, and Roman Reigns is in a rivalry with the Authority. So because of all of the thing that he has done to them, to the McMahon family, Vince McMahon puts him in the Royal Rumble to defend his WWE Championship. So yeah, we are at the Royal Rumble, and during the match, like the number 3 spot, someone comes out, someone with a guy who's pretty low-key small with a goofy haircut comes out, but he has a good team though. And who is this random kid? A random guy, random. Nobody knows him. At least that's what the cameraman made us feel like, because he was zooming in Roman Reigns' face. But yeah, that guy 1 year later went on to face John Cena for the WWE Championship, and 10 years later he retired at that same show. So to celebrate the fact that WWE is going to do a tribute show for AJ Styles this Monday, this Monday, I want to do a couple of videos about AJ Styles, since he's retiring, so So yeah, the hottest free agent has finally signed to WWE. AJ Styles is finally in the WWE after being in the independent scene for like 20 years, I think, since he debuted in 1999, or more than 10 years. He's been everywhere, in every company, in every promotion, and now he has finally arrived to WWE. So yeah, just starts enters the Royal Rumble, and he doesn't win, but he puts on a good performance. The next night on Raw, AJ Styles gets interviewed, and he says that he's finally here. After all this time, he finally signed to WWE. But then Chris Jericho interrupts the interview and tells him that he's waited a long time for him to come, that AJ Styles is finally in the big leagues. And he actually challenges him to a match for the same night, like AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. And so yeah, AJ Styles accepted, it's on. So yeah, boom. AJ Styles' first singles WWE match is against Chris Jericho. And they have a quick match where AJ Styles actually won. He actually wins his first WWE match against Chris Jericho. Like, the first match is against Chris Jericho and he wins. Like, that's pretty cool actually. The week after, like the war after, there was a moment that actually no one talks about. But since I'm a nerd, I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, the wrestling nerd. So it was Miss TV. AJ Styles was the guest of Miss TV. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, it wasn't actually that interesting. It was just the Miss roasting AJ Styles, and then AJ Styles beating him up. That's not very impressive. But it's just in an interview, like recently in the Chris Van Vliet interview, AJ Styles said that, you see, the first week when he fought Chris Jericho the first time, he was all smiley like a cliche baby face, all smiling to the crowd and all. And Vince McMahon wasn't impressed. He was like, yeah, a lot of guys can do what you just did. Show me more. So the Miss TV segment was like a test for AJ Styles to see if he had that pitbull in him. But AJ Styles, he's not new to this game. He has been wrestling for a long time, so the pitbull was always inside of him. He just tested out to see if Vince McMahon wanted to see a smiling baby face, but nah, Vince McMahon wanted to see that AJ Styles. So he proved it. He beat up the Miz with violence, I would say. Like, he was violent with the Miz, and Vince McMahon saw that and it was like, okay, interesting. The next week on SmackDown, actually, now AJ Styles fought Chris Jericho for the second time, because actually Chris Jericho challenged him to a rematch, AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho 2, and this time Chris Jericho actually won. Okay, AJ Styles 3 weeks into his WWE run, he's already losing. That's not really a problem, but I'm just talking like the people in 2016. So yeah, they by the way, this rivalry isn't really that personal. It's just about respect. So since he was 1-on-1, they have to do the tiebreaker at Fastlane, and AJ Styles won this match, like the Fastlane one. It was 20-minute match. It was good actually, and AJ Styles won. After the match, Chris Jericho turned him around and he shook his hand. To essentially, people thought it was the end of the feud, but nah, it wasn't. After Fastlane, AJ Styles and Chris Jericho decided to form a tag team named Y2AJ. That name is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. But yeah, they formed a tag team that lasted a couple of weeks, because in a match against the New Day for the WWE Tag Team Championships, yeah, the New Day were champions. They lost. They sadly lost. And then randomly, Chris Jericho betrayed AJ Styles. Like, that team lasted 4 weeks. Not even 4 weeks, man. Not even a month, bro. They had the t-shirt and everything, and it didn't last a month. That's weird. Like, the WWE, I don't know if they had plans for AJ Styles, because that was kind of weird, not gonna lie. He even made AJ Styles eat the t-shirt, the Y2AJ t-shirt. That doesn't taste really good, huh? Let's see. So Chris Jericho explanation for the return is because the people are always chanting AJ Styles over him, like over Chris Jericho. Even when they were together, they were only chanting AJ Styles. So he got jealous, and he returned. Yeah, that rivalry was pretty simple, not too crazy for WrestleMania. Yeah, so they fought at WrestleMania, but this is something I really hate. I'll talk about it in a lot of other videos, but when they do a match at WrestleMania that has been done on Raw and SmackDown, I hate this, bro. Like, this match is not WrestleMania worthy anymore, in my opinion. Like, they did the same with LA Knight versus AJ Styles. I hated it. I wanted it to be a street fight. But okay. It's okay. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. I think it should have been a 2 or 3 falls, something like that. But yeah, they fought each other and Chris Jericho won. Okay. Why did he have to win? It was AJ Styles' first WrestleMania, and he had a fire entrance. AJ Styles had a great entrance, not gonna lie. But why did Chris Jericho have to win? I don't know. Maybe to make it 2-for-2, like AJ Styles has 2 wins and Chris Jericho's 2. Okay, that's weird. But at that moment, people thought Vince McMahon was going to bury AJ Styles, because why did he not win? So they thought the burial was going to begin. At WrestleMania, Roman Reigns regained his WWE Championship that he lost in the 1 versus All War Rumble. That happened earlier in the year, in January. And he fought and beat Triple H at WrestleMania 32 to regain it. So like right now he's celebrating. He's doing his promo. I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I am the guy. Like, he keeps spamming this catchphrase, and then some wrestlers come out, and a Fatal 4-Way is set up to determine the new number 1 contender for Roman Reigns Championship, and AJ Styles wins this Fatal 4-Way match. And so here we are. AJ Styles, after being in the WWE for 4 months, he gets a World Championship match, and it's against Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns was the first person that AJ Styles stood up against in the Royal Rumble. It was his first WWE face-off. So, yeah, on the road to payback. This rivalry was not too crazy at first. It was just Roman Reigns, and he just starts saying things like, "Yeah, I respect you, and I'm better than you." Like just some competitive stuff, like not too crazy. But looking back, Roman Reigns' promo skills were trash. The difference between the Trouble Chief and the Big Dog is night and day, man. It's actually crazy. Like his promo skills are trash. I said if that rivalry was not too crazy, but actually the one war when the Uso won a match, the Luke Gallows and Carl Jason attacked them after the match and they debuted like this. It was actually the debut in the WWE, like re-debut for Luke Gallows because he was what's his name, Festus, and debut for Carl Anderson. So yeah, now they're in the WWE, and backstage they met AJ Styles and they double up like, "Yeah, my boys, you're back. I haven't seen you in a long time." You know, the club is back, you see. And then the next week, Roman Reigns and AJ Styles are doing a promo, like the same promo that they did like the other weeks. And then Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson attack Roman Reigns. Like what? Why? AJ Styles is confused because they are his friends and they attacked him. So he goes up to Roman Reigns and tells him that he's not involved in this. Like they are not here. He didn't call them, you know. And Roman Reigns doesn't trust him, obviously, because they are his boys. And he said first they attacked my cousins, now they attacked me. And man, the bloodline was already here in 2016. That's actually pretty crazy, right? And so here we are, payback. Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles in the main event for the WWE Championship. And the match was good. It was good until in the end where AJ Styles' phenomenal forearm Roman Reigns threw the announce table outside the ring. And because of this, Roman Reigns couldn't get in the ring until the count of 10, so AJ Styles won by count out. But Shane McMahon comes out and it's like, nah, this isn't how it's going to end, and he makes the match a no count out match. Okay, so the match is restarted. Roman Reigns and AJ Styles fight again, and then Roman Reigns actually low blows AJ Styles. I think it was by accident, but damn, babyface Roman Reigns low blowing, that's crazy. So now Stephanie McMahon comes out and she restarts the match herself to make it a no disqualification match. Why didn't Shane McMahon make that earlier? I don't know. Just to have segment. Payback 2016 was a weird show, I gotta lie. He had a screw job and now this. Okay. So, yeah, this match is now a no holds barred match. They continue the fight. And then the Good Brothers come out, like Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They come out, they attack Roman Reigns. So, to retaliate, the Usos, the bloodline, comes out and they fight the Good Brothers, and they are outside fighting and all, and just jumps on all of them to make everyone go down. And then he comes back into the ring. He tries to hit a phenomenal forearm, misses. Roman Reigns runs to the ropes and spears him to win the match. Fun fact, it's actually the first time out of 3 times that AJ Styles faces the new champion, the champion that freshly won the title at WrestleMania. Like the first time he was there against Roman Reigns, second time against Seth Rollins in 2019, and the third time was against what's his name again? Cody Rhodes at Backlash in 2024, like 2 years ago. I low-key think they should have kept the AJ Styles and Seth Rollins match in 2019 for SummerSlam, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, okay. Roman Reigns has retained against AJ Styles. So the next night on Raw, it's the Bloodline versus the Club, and in a 6-man tag team match where the Club actually wins. AJ Styles pins one of the Usos. I don't remember which one, but After the match, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, they began to attack everyone, like the Usos and Roman Reigns, the Bloodline. They decided to build them up, and they hold Roman Reigns with the chair and give it to AJ Styles, and they tell him to hit him. Because AJ Styles, you know, he's a babyface, so he doesn't do it. Then the Usos come out, they attack them to protect Roman Reigns. They throw the Good Brothers outside the ring, so AJ Styles gets pissed, and he starts beating them up with his chairs, with a chair. So Roman Reigns, he's on the floor. He sees this. It's like, damn, what are you doing? Because you know that's his bloodline. They are his cousins. Why Roman Reigns wasn't so protective in the future? I don't know. But yeah, Roman Reigns actually loved his cousin right there. So he beat up AJ Styles badly and threw him to the table. He powerbomb him through the table. The 2 weeks that followed, the Bloodline and the club fought each other. And then Roman Reigns, AJ Styles actually told Roman Reigns, like, the Good Brothers are not part of my plan to take away the championship. They are just there to help me, but I never asked for their help. And Roman Reigns doesn't buy it, logically, because they are every time, so you know, he doesn't buy it. So yeah, the build up to Extreme Rules was just a gang warfare between the club and the Bloodline, with AJ Styles actually not wanting the club to help him, but he had to do it because, you know, because they were his friend. The club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are his friends. So yeah, all of this led to Extreme Rules, where Roman Reigns fought AJ Styles in an Extreme Rules match. And then this match is a classic. I love this match so much. Probably in my top 20 favorite WWE match of all time. This match is actually my childhood, bro. I love this match so much. Like, Extreme Rules 2016 was such a perfect show, no gonna lie. The stipulations and everything. This show was perfect, in my opinion. In my opinion, this is probably the best, the most well-structured Extreme Rules pay-per-view of all time. I said with the 2014 one maybe and the 2013, but man, that show is perfect. Extreme Rules 2016 is perfect. So yeah, this match was crazy, with the club and the Usos obviously interfering in the match, and with a great ending. The phenomenal forearm into a midair spear is beautiful. That ending is a thing of beauty. And after the match, someone came back from injury. I'm not gonna talk about it here because I have a video planned out real soon, like probably next week, about this. But yeah, Seth Rollins came back and he pedigreed Roman Reigns. But the main thing was that AJ Styles lost to Roman Reigns. So now the people were thinking, since Roman Reigns defeated AJ Styles twice, now it's time for AJ Styles to get buried. But they didn't realize that what AJ Styles did there actually saved him, because you know Vince McMahon loves Roman Reigns, loves him. So AJ Styles during this rivalry, AJ Styles pulled over Roman Reigns huge. He made Roman Reigns look really, really good. And Vince liked this. He was like, you made my number one look very good, very good. You make my number one feel like the number one guy. So now I'm gonna reward you right now. And I'm going to wrap this video up here, because I feel like the AJ Styles and Justin Matthews deserves its own video, and I feel like this video is already way too long. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate all of you, and bye.